going back to the church conversation is how often do we follow up on our congregates? Like when someone is missing from the church, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, who follows up? Who follows up?
Lucy. Nimeitana.
I'm one of the people that I have friends who follow up. The past Sunday will miss. By next Sunday, just know there's a follow-up coming. So you better have a good answer. And actually ask and say, yes, I wasn't there because of ABCD. I'm seeing you in church on Sunday. So when you have a few friends that you walk with, that are able to follow up and ask you, how are you doing? Then it helps you to pour out your heart, and they are able to hold your hand. Sometimes it's painful, but they will speak the truth based on the word of God, and they'll be able to uplift you and challenge you to live your life as in usione haya. People go through issues. So when you speak it and you nail it down, this is what is going on, face it. Deal with the issues. Leave it behind once you have already closed that door. Then move on. But do not run away from people. The people who are close.
Yeah, now I want to interject. And Lucy, thank you for sharing. But I am on a mission to teach Christian people to speak English or Swahili or just basics. So I was climbing the stairs, I tripped and I broke my leg. Okay, hiyo tumeelewa. But this is how I would say it as a Christian person. Aki shetani. The devil is a liar. Coming against the call of God and his purposes on my life. What is it? What is it? I tripped and broke my leg. Am I saying that the devil can't have caused that to happen? He probably did. But your immediate need will be addressed if the person to whom you are communicating understands what it is. I'm hungry. The Bible says if anyone is hungry, feed them. But I would say, the way I'm feeling, this world is not my home. The temple, I don't know what. Please, please, I beseech thee by the mercies of God. Let us please say, when somebody is trying to connect with you, what is it? Ewe acha tu. Sasa nikisha acha tu. What if I believe you and acha tu? Utarudi useme waliniacha kweli?
But remember, there's something you also said, eh?
Yes.
Where you mentioned someone had, allegedly said, well, as a Christian, you need to be 10 times,
better. Yes.
You see the pressure that is blessed. People exactly.
Or to be 10 times better.
Yes, like Kristo unafaa uwe namna hii. Kama sije mnasema wewe ndo kuna mkate wa uzima.
Sasa ukiwa na njaa Michael, alafu nikwambie ukakule mkate wa uzima. How will that tibu your hunger at that point?
Very true, very true. But now you see, unfortunately, I would say wrong doctrine, and then now you'll find like a bigger chunk of the people are in that category of wrong doctrine.
Yeah, well.
Being misled. But if like I said before, if guys were real and open enough, funny thing ni kuwa like Biblia iko na solution zote.
True story.
Solution zote. Lakini we found ourselves not being the Christians we're supposed to be. From a biblical angle now.
Yeah.
Where if in that space that tumepata, we only meet Sunday to Sunday, and funny enough, it was just to showcase our new car, our new clothes, vitenge sisi wa siku hizi wa mshono mpya, but behind that mshono mpya, behind that car, You know, let me just give my own personal story for a moment. That was in 2021 when now I lost my job. I remember there were days I would drive nifike kwa parking. Before I left employment, naweza enda ofisi by around 7. I'm in town. So naingia by 8, but I will parking lot, and then I just start crying. I'm like, any niko stressed. You have responsibilities. Kazi imeenda, and you will go to church, and utaenda utaminister, utaimba kama kawaida. You will go and have lunch with the boys, and you will go home. It takes that one person, who in that circle who knows you, and you, hey boss, kwani nini mbaya nayo Michael leo? Mbona sioni? Then you start opening up. And by the good thing is that when you open up, you actually get help. Yeah, But sometimes, if it takes us acknowledging that even as Christians, we go through challenges. We go through, the different, the depression. We don't have to put that mask yakua. Our lives are perfect, as clean as our dresses, as fine as our cars. We are still human beings, and we need one another. We need to share and talk together, because another thing is that sometimes the problems you're going through, imagine kuna mtu mwingine ashapitia, like it's not so foreign, it's like kama leo umelala njaa. Imagine there's someone who has gone through that and will show you the way. Umekosa job. Like the other day, I think there was a viral excerpt on Facebook was going around where there was this guy who was an A student, alienda university akapata the first class, and then anasema nimetama for like God knows how many years and I don't have a job. I am quitting this and nakuchukua camera nianzisha YouTube channel. When it gets to that point, you can imagine paka imefika your stage, and we have guys we can talk to and just resonate and find a way forward.
Yes,
I don't know.
Thank you, Michael. Yes,
Like we started saying before, Africans, we have the mentality of not opening up, not being vulnerable with the other person, even if it's a friend. Most of the time, what I came to realize is that fear has a lot of contribution to how expressing what we feel. How will so and so perceive me? What will they say? So me opening up is me being vulnerable. Yes. Putting my emotions out there. So it's okay to talk. How sure am I that I am safe when I'm talking to you? You see, so that is one of the challenges most people face.
Makes sense.
Well,
I don't mean it.
No.
I don't mean you Penina.
Asijui mbona unajitetea. Unajua Biblia inasema the guilty runs when no one is pursuing. Anyway, I'm just messing with you. I said I was interjecting to make 2 points, but my second point is coming up shortly, not after the break. But I wanted to say this: we are humans. Okay, humans suffer, or humans are prone to similarities in fault. Okay, like we all breathe air. Like if you find a human that breathes some other thing, then they are an angel. We all of these things happen to all of us. No temptation has seized you except that which is common to man. That's what the Bible says. But when you are tempted, there's what you are supposed to do. Or when you face struggles, there's what you're supposed to do. And it is usually not like dress in a white robe and come down like, Emily, I am an angel. No. It is actually ITANA. Call to me in your day of trouble. I will deliver you and you will glorify me. Now, when you are praying, I was asking guys at church the other day. Wakati unaomba, waombea yule mtu huwa anakusengenya. How does that prayer go? Like, is it nice and well dressed? Like, oh Lord, thou that givest all men breath. You usually say things that hata we ukizisikia baadaye. But when that prayer is answered, the celebration is a grand celebration. You see? So what I'm saying is, mahali pako na shida, we need to be able to say, this is a problem. I have a... Kwamba utasengenywa, mama, utasengenywa tu. But if it's going to cost your life, afadhali wanisengenye maze. But I got help. There are these 4 guys, lepers. You remember them? They said, if we stay here, we will die. If we go, we will die. But perhaps if we go, we won't die. So let's just go. And then they went and found a lot of food when watu kule walikuwa wanachinja watoto wakikula. You remember that story? So ask for help. The outcome, even if the person you're speaking to doesn't help, you'll have gotten it off your chest. What they do with the information is not much of your business. But I was going to say, the church, shida ni, kwamba we think about the church as an organization, whereas it's supposed to be an organism. So, hata tukisema sahi tumesema about church ya Sunday, siku kuona Sunday. Ile ya Sunday is the organization. It is the ni asebre, au ni pefa, au ni Catholic, ama nini. That's the organization. They don't owe me an explanation. The organism is the friendships that you build in there. Those go on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I am not waiting until Sunday. At the leadership summit last week, there was a guy who told a story of a woman who died in her house, and she was dead in there for 2.5 years in a flat. And nobody knew. Harufu ilitokea ndio. The neighbors called the building manager to say, this building of yours is smelling. Not to say, we have not seen the person that lives at F8 for 3 weeks, hajatoka. And she had died inside her house. And when they made the call, the building manager said, as it the fumigation company said, us we don't deal with maggots. So they were like, until some kids were unable to bear the smell anymore, teenagers I think, they broke down the door. Then they found huyo mama alikuwa amekufa paka ana decompose. So the organization can't know. The organism can. Because the organism is who you send memes to. It's who you say, umeona ule jamaa amevaa achwiti. That is who you understand? Yeah.
You know, let me just say something about that and about what she said and about I think what he said. The church. And Lucy, thank you. You're doing an amazing job. And keep up. But there's one thing I would like to caution you about. Personally, I don't trust phones. I don't trust phone calls.
Yeah.
I don't trust calls. I don't trust text messages. I see beyond that full stop yenye mtu huwa ameweka. Kwanza ikiwekwa ... kwisha, there's a problem. For me, when you are doing me a text, be very, 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 very clear. You know, kama sentence imeisha, ishe na full stop. Moja. Hiyo ni sentence imeisha. Ikiingia 2, I'll be like, nitasema, what is it? That will be my next, whatever. You know, there are a lot of memes. There are a lot of emojis. You know, people wanaweka zile emojis za kucheka za nini. They are not okay. And they are busy crying. Ambe uko poa? Uko poa kweli? Ai, unajua sijakuona class siku 2, 3. What's going on? Iko sawa. Madhe ako poa? na sister yako ako poa. And that time she's crying. But she's like, make zile emoji za smile, zingine za kucheka za nini. And then you call someone, they pick up. And like, hey, ni aje? Poa, I'm just checking up. Mbona sijakuona Sunday on church? Niko sawa tu, ni vitu tu zinaendelea. Sijui nini. Go knock on their door. Go. Usipige simu. People lie every single day on phone.
Yes.
That is why when you ask someone, how are you? Squeeze, the fashionable answer is, I'm fine. That is just fashionable. It doesn't mean nothing. They'll say, I'm fine. That is it. Atakwambia nitakuja Sunday. Sunday hata kuja. Atakwambia amepewa trip, ameenda sijui wapi, na hata kuja mwezi mzima. Unajua hata kuja. Alafu utamuuliza uko nyumbani. Utakwambia siko nyumbani, nimesafiri. Lakini ukifika kwake utapata watoto wake wanacheza hapo chini.
Amesema
amesafiri. You need to go to where people are.
Thank you.
You cannot call them and expect them to tell you the truth. People will never say they are okay.